Yo, my people out there, didn't like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid, guys, like the vid. We're gonna talk about most of the topic. We're gonna do about the stadium development. We're gonna talk about Avibans to Newcastle, Josko Gvariol to Manchester City. We're also gonna talk. I think we're also gonna do the Chelsea versus West the preseason. We're gonna rate those players like from the goalkeeper to the attacker. We're gonna do some rating. We're gonna have a discussion about some of the players that still needs to be sold in the team. But overall, it is a very good match. I kind of enjoy myself watching it. It's the first match now, and the test begin because we play Brighton over here on Saturday. The following week we play Newcastle. The next week we play Fulham. So it's gonna be a very dicey. Brighton, Newcastle, and Fulham are the three matches we play, and we play Dortmund to round up the season before the Liverpool match. So it's a very good preseason. Not too much matches, just for like getting used to each other. And I'm happy about some of the players I saw. Kasade, Yamasin, Nicola Jackson. Some of them kind of impress me. While some I get pissed off about that. No matter what you do, no matter how you ball out, you can't perform. So I'm not surprised about that. But overall, I'm happy. Like that damn vid, like the vid, subscribe, smash the like button, get the African likes up. Let's go, my people. Let's go. Yo, my people, I wanna do now like the video, subscribe, smash the like button, get that freaking likes up, like that video, guys, smash the like button. I know some people that time is a little bit like late, and some of them are in the morning, so it's like an open hangout. You guys can always have a chance to join, have a discussion. If you wanna talk about anything, you can always feel free to join the show, have a discussion and everything. But firstly, we're gonna talk about the stadium development. We're gonna talk about Josko Gvariol to Manchester City is a done deal. We're also gonna talk about Harvey Barnes to Manchester City. Yeah, to Newcastle. Sorry, it's a done deal. We're gonna talk about West Ham versus Chelsea FC for the preseason match. We're gonna do some pros and the cons of the matches, which we have to have a discussion about. And I think West Ham, if I'm not mistaken, they're in the championship coming to this season, right?
No, they're in like League Two.
No, they were in
Uh,
non-league before,
yeah,
right?
they're now in the professional league. Yeah,
So now they're in is it League Two or League One?
yeah, League Two, I think.
So they're in League Two.
Yeah,
So
League
if they
Two.
win the League Two, they're gonna be in Championship next season.
League One, League One.
Okay. So they're gonna be in League One if they win the League Two, right?
Yeah, and then if they win that, they'll be in the championship.
Okay. League Two. Okay. Fair enough. So it was a good match. It was a good match. But firstly, let's talk about. I want to talk about the stadium development when it comes to that aspect because, like I said, the news I've been hearing in terms of the stadium development for people who lives in London have already explained already in terms of how it can be built, what can be done about the stadium to go forward. And I keep telling people, it's all about the way you do the stadium. How do you build the stadium in terms of do you do it from scratch? Do you do it from step by step? Because if you do it from scratch, take out everything, we do it again. So take out everything, we do it again. It's gonna take maximum 1 year, max maybe minimum 1 year, max maybe 2 years. But if it so yeah, sorry, 1 year, but maybe minimum 6 months or 8 months. That's if you do it like a movie, like from underneath, because now it depends. You have to put the structure, some of the pictures, some designs, and everything. So it depends on the architecture, the subcontractor, the project manager, and so many other things to be put into perspective. So maximum, I would say 1 2 years, and sometimes some of them use like 8 months to build it. It depends on how you want to do it. But if you're starting from side by side, that takes like 2 3 years, because you have to be building it step by step, which takes a lot of time to do. But if you are building it from scratch, that takes like maximum 1 2 years, but minimum 8 months. It depends on how you want to start. You want to start from the scratch to build it. But some people are very faster, which take them 1 year, and some it takes them 2 years. It depends on how you want to do the structure and how you want the structure to be built. So to fit what exactly you want. I'm hearing it's gonna be 80 sitters in terms of the attendance and everything. It's gonna be 80 sitters. So it's gonna be 80 sitters, and that's gonna be interesting for me, because if you're gonna be making it 80 sitters, that makes me happy, because now it's gonna be very big. And apart from it being big, it's gonna be way there's gonna be so much of attendance in terms of people who want to have some concert and everything to make money. And when it comes to American, building stadium, building plans, and everything. I tell people they take their time when it comes to development of whatever they want to be. So it could take them 3 years, it could take them 2 years. It depends. But like I said, it depends on how you want to do the structures and everything. But let's see. When it comes to American people, they kind of tend to do their stuff slowly, easily, steadily, just to arrive at a point. But like what I'm hearing, and I think they're gonna start from I think they're gonna combine Stamford Bridge with the new building together, and that could work if you combine both of them together. Because if you're combining another site with a bridge, maybe you want to take the bridge from underneath, combine it with a new build, that's gonna be a lot, because now it's 40 seaters. Now if you're gonna build another stuff from it, maybe another 40 seaters, another 50 to make it like 90. That's not bad, because when it comes to America, they want to make money when it comes to stadium.
Yeah.
So they want to do like they want to have like a concert, people singing, so many shows. So I would not be surprised if they had to that 40 stadium to make it like 80, 85, 90. Because the new Santiago Bernabeu is going to be 90 seaters. So maybe they're looking towards do the Bernabeu, because Bernabeu is going to be open this December. Officially open. It's going to be like towards 90 seaters attendance. So
Yeah, 90K, 90K.
90K. So that's what I think that's what Chelsea is looking to do. Stamford Bridge is already 40, so they already have a new site to combine with Stamford Bridge. They're gonna build a stadium on it. So that makes it like maybe like 85, 90. That's not bad if you think, because that's gonna be the largest stadium in England, because it's in London. So that probably is gonna be above United, above Liverpool, above Arsenal, and above Tottenham Hotspur. So it's not bad. And when it comes to America,
Yeah,
they tend to do when it comes to structuring, they tend to do stuff in terms of structuring and development very okay. So we'll see how it goes. But starting from the scratch isn't bad. Building from step by step also isn't bad. If they have a land already who they want to join up together with Stanford Bridge, that's also not bad. Also, it also help the stadium to easily develop. How many years is it gonna take them? It depends. Some 1 year, some 6 months, and some 8 months. It depends. But we'll see. Okay, what do you think?
I think if you want to build a new one, that's going to take a lot of time because you're basically building a new stadium
Mm-hmm,
that is that has to comply with modern standards, that has to be
mm-hmm,
like think of what Chelsea is in terms of
mm-hmm,
a global like club. You
mm-hmm.
want a stadium similar to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and how long did that take?
It
That
takes 5 years, 3 4 years.
yeah, it took like 4 or 5 years. They
Mm-hmm.
had to play in Wembley, I think, for like two
Yeah,
years.
yeah, I know
So
that.
so that's
But
there.
Tottenham must start from the scratch. It started from the scratch.
Yeah, they started from
But we are not
scratch.
starting from the scratch. We have a site already. You just want to build it on
So
Stamford Bridge.
so you're building it on top of the one that
Yeah.
you have already.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that'll take probably 2 years to build because
How?
I think the Bernabeu construction started in 2020, right? 2020 or
Yes,
2021.
exactly. So
So
it's gonna be
that's
officially open this December.
yeah. So that's 2 years around. I
Mm-hmm.
think this stadium, in terms of like in terms of stadium, the stadium has to be more modern. I don't think your stadium is that modern, to be
Mm-hmm.
fair.
I
And
agree.
I think the pitch has to be bigger for the type of possession football you want to play,
Mm-hmm.
because the bigger pitch means more space. For example, for a winger to run at, or a fullback to bomb forward. More space is there, more width is there. So
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to make the pitch bigger and the stadium more modern. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I agree because I think if they want to build a stadium on Stamford Bridge, that's gonna for me because that's the kind of profile of job I do. So that's what I study in school. So for me, if they're gonna build a stadium with the Stamford Bridge, it's gonna take them like maybe 8 months or 1 year for them to
hmm,
finish up. I don't think it's gonna take 2 years because of
okay,
The way American build their state, the way they build when it comes to anything construction, they take their time to do stuff, and because of a stadium, we're still gonna be playing in Stamford Bridge. We won't go
yeah,
away from
yeah,
Stamford Bridge. So I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna be doing it step by step by step,
hmm,
but which is good and sometimes it's not good because when players go to an international break, they will do some part of it. Maybe when they finish matches, they do so. With that, there could be that's what they did in Bernabeu. They play matches in Bernabeu, and I think the last Champions League during the COVID, they were not able to play due to they were doing some restructures in Santiago Bernabeu. They're playing this Alfredo Di Stefano Stadium due to the
yeah,
COVID.
yeah,
So Madrid at the time had the chances to build the stadium. So if you also want to do exactly like the Madrid, because Madrid is going to be 90 seaters, it's going to
yeah,
be the
yeah,
biggest. So based on the report we are hearing, it's going to be close to like 80, 85,
yeah.
90. So which is not bad. If they want to build a stadium on it, that's going to take like maximum 1 year for me, 1 year to
Okay,
finish.
1 year.
Because there's already a site, they just want to build a site on the stadium. So you have to
Hmm.
tear up this, expand it a little bit more to have more spaces, then build whatever you want to build on it, because
Okay,
you're
okay.
gonna have a concert, people's gonna sing, so many stuff is gonna be happening because they are American people. That's the way they do
Yeah,
their stuff.
yeah, yeah. So if it takes 1 year, then that's actually that's quick for like
Mm-hmm.
the renovation process. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, a bigger stadium always has like its benefits and its risks. I
Yeah.
mean, you have the chance to make more money. You have the chance to have
Mm-hmm.
non-sporting ventures
Mm-hmm.
and add that to your current income, to your current revenue,
Mm-hmm.
that might make your profile of your club bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have there's a lot of benefits to building a new stadium, and I think Stamford Bridge is in it has been, I believe that it was always in need of an upgrade at one point, because
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it just became too old at one point. It just
Yeah.
felt like I look at your stadium, and it's like, for a club your size, I look at the Emirates Stadium, I look at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
There are
even the
levels
even the Old Trafford Stadium too.
Yeah, both those stadiums are levels ahead of you guys' stadiums right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think redevelopment is needed, and yeah,
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And I'm happy that it's an America. The way America wants to build the stadium makes me happy because they want to build it in a well modernized way, where
yeah,
it's gonna be enticing for people to see, and which I'm happy about. Which I'm
yeah,
happy about
yeah,
because they want to have it when it comes to stadium, and I don't think they're gonna do it from scratch. I'll be very surprised if they scratch out Stamford Bridge and give it a new name. I don't think they're
yeah,
gonna give
yeah,
because Madrid doesn't give it down. That stadium it's been Santiago Bernabeu has been there for a very long time. It's
yeah,
been there.
yeah. And the proper fans wouldn't be happy about it.
Look at Bernabeu. It's the same name.
Yeah,
Old Trafford, the same name. Anfield, the same name. So Bernabeu name is still there. It's all about just development of the squad. Madrid Stadium is a modernized stadium, but they kind of change it to have more like be more expand. Maybe
yeah,
to host the Champions League final, maybe maybe like some finals in Santiago Bernabeu. So that's what Madrid is doing it because I have a feeling that will eventually happen in the future. Maybe hosting a final at the Bernabeu Stadium It's
Yeah.
possible. So that's what I'm thinking with the American owner doing building the stadium. I have the feeling that they want to do the same thing in terms of okay, now let's build a stadium that's going to well modernized. People can kind of love and say, look at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That
Yeah.
stadium is very
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah. Their stadium's incredible.
very good. Yeah, because they started from the scratch, which for me, which for me took a lot of time because they started from the scratch. That's what I'm saying. There's a site beside. I want to just build a Stanford Bridge. For me, my advice is I'll let them start from the scratch, not build on Stanford Bridge. Because if they
Hmm.
start from the scratch, if it's gonna take you 2 years, let it be 2 years.
Yeah.
Because now you have the time to think, to decide, okay, what do we do? Should we make it this way? Should we make it this way? Because I'm very confident that the people around Stanford, around Chelsea are very smart enough to understand this. I want to build a stadium. This is the stadium to look. They all live in America. I believe at the most American stadium where they're gonna the World Cup final in 2026, the SoFi Stadium. That stadium is 85 seater. The SoFi
Yeah. Yeah.
that stadium is
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
The
Really good.
Atlanta Georgia Stadium in Atlanta too. The Mercedes Benz. That's one of the best in America. I love that stadium. The SoFi Stadium they're gonna play the World Cup final in 2026. I love that one too. The one in Washington DC. I love the one too. So there are a lot of stadium in America that is even the SoFi Stadium can even take 100 attendance, 100 seats.
But the question is, if you were to build your stadium from scratch, how would like the match going fans react? Because I've seen match going fans of Chelsea say
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea have to play at Stamford Bridge.
Mm-hmm.
So if you,
Exactly.
so
Mm-hmm.
how would your match going fans react?
The problem is the match going fans has to understand something. Stamford Bridge needs to be modernized, whether we like it or not. If they want to move away from Stamford Bridge to go to another stadium, it's gonna be a big issue with the fan base. Now, there have to be a dialogue that need to be happen with the CPS, that the trustees. You have to sit them down. The fan base, they have to sit them down and have a serious conversation. We're not moving from Stamford, we're gonna go to somewhere else. We're gonna give it a name. But if they want to make the name Stamford, but they don't want to leave Stamford, with like what Madrid are doing with the Bernabeu Stadium, that's fine. So take out the stadium, rebuild it, but leave the name alone. If the fans are kind of attached to the stadium, leave the name alone. You can just kind of change the way they say it. As an engineer, I would prefer it to start from the scratch.
Hmm.
That gives you time to decide on what you want to do. Because if you are building a stadium on the stadium again, you won't have that time. Unlike you're gonna
Yeah,
be having when you are building from the scratch.
yeah,
But when
yeah,
you're building from the scratch, you know, okay, I'm not gonna make I'm gonna take my time, do whatever I want to do everything I want to do. I have this time, I have everything I want, which help them. But there are people that are very smart and intelligent. I trust them when they come to decision making. I'm not worried. They're American owners. So I trust them when
hmm,
they come to stadium and everything because they've experienced it before.
yeah, yeah,
They've been there before.
yeah,
So I trust them and when it comes to American Stadium, I give them kudos. Mercedes Benz, the Philadelphia Stadium, the Washington DC Stadium. So many stadiums in America that when you go there, you fall in love with the stadium because you've seen it. You've seen it live. I've seen the Mercedes Benz. I went there in 2016. The one in Atlanta, Georgia. That stadium, that stadium is. I love it because it's 60 seaters, but I don't like it because I want it to be more than 60 because
hmm,
I love what I saw there when I went there. When you went there as a guest, when you want to go, because if you're watching from home, you will enjoy. But if you go there live and see it, that's beautiful.
yeah, yeah.
I
No
went there
name,
live, the Mercedes Benz. I'm like, oh, this is a beautiful stadium. This is one of the best in America.
yeah, no nation does, glamour and business and the way to
Hmm.
get people get people in to fall in love with the stadium apart
Hmm.
from just the event itself, like America. Like
Hmm.
so many different things that you can do in one stadium you won't get anywhere else.
I think
So
like it should be, yeah, it will be accessible to the fan. I'm sure of that it will be accessible. And based on the report we are hearing, the stadium is gonna be 80 seater. And when you are building a stadium close to 80 seater stadium, that shows me it's more than football. Concert, so many stuff is gonna be happening in this stadium. So it's 50-50, but for me, the advice I will give is start from the scratch, build it, decide what you can also build a stadium on it, which is not bad, But I would think they should start from the start. It's gonna be better for me from the scratch. They will have time to think and decide what they want to do. Co-host, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm all good. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you, brother. Give me your take on the
How are
stadium
you?
development. I'm good. Long time.
Oh, the stadium, man. I don't know too much about this at the moment. I'm trying to find out something else about the pitch owners because that's the problem for us.
Yeah, but they said one of the ownership has kind of given this endorsement to buy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
to
heard that. I heard
yeah. So I don't have because course I don't have an issue with the pitch owner because watching. I think if they start the stadium from scratch, it would take them a lot of time to finish.
that. I think Todd's got permission to buy the bit near Stamford Bridge in it to extend.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been given the green light to.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So and I
yeah,
think
we
because
need
they
our
want
stadium updated or we need to move, man. This stadium is old, man.
yeah, exactly. We need to move. That's what I'm saying. That the Chelsea fan needs to understand something. We have to move. We have no choice. We gotta move. See, if you're not building from the scratch, you gotta go away from Stamford Bridge. Where do you go to? Elscourt? Where do you go? In London. They gotta find a way. They have no choice. They gotta go somewhere else because Stamford Bridge is very old. One of the
Yeah,
oldest
it is.
stadiums.
It is.
It's old. So if they go away,
I've
would
been
they, would
wanting
they
a
name
new
it
stadium for the last 5 years, man.
now? Would they name it a different name or would they give Stamford Bridge? I don't know about that.
Oh, they might change the name in it.
They will change the name.
Yeah, they could do. They could do.
So now it depends. Are they gonna change the name or are they gonna leave the name alone?
No, but we'll probably what if we move or we stay? You mean if we stay?
No, if we move.
I don't know. It won't be called Stamford Bridge. No,
So if we move it, it's not gonna be called Stanford Bridge anymore.
no. They would change it.
So now they have to change it. But if it stay, it's still gonna remain Stanford Bridge. I don't think we're gonna stay based on the reporter because they will not move.
No,
They
I
will look
think
at the
yeah,
stadium
what if
because
we
they want to
stay?
expand it.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I don't think we're gonna stay. If they move away from it, it's better for them to move. And
Yeah.
but I also think they are looking at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium because Bernabeu has been there for a very long time. They didn't move away. They only
Mm.
just expand the stadium. But the problem with that is Bernabeu is like 90 attendance already. It's gonna happen in December. So it's complicated if you want to look at the Bernabeu Stadium and compare it with the one you want to build. It's gonna take a lot of time to finish. Chelsea the match going fans are attached to Stamford Bridge, so they have to move away if they want a kind of new ideology, new place. They gotta move away.
What do you think of Matson?
We're gonna get there. Okay,
I
stadium
heard something.
development.
I'll tell you later about Matson, but it looks like
Yo,
he's not going
yeah.
anywhere.
So, Mr. K, do you think moving away is better or staying at Stamford Bridge? Which one do you think is better? K,
Yeah, I mean, whatever really suits them. I think they need to move away. I think they need to get like a different place and actually
mm-hmm.
do like a proper tear down and actually construct a new stadium. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think expanding Stamford Bridge is gonna cut it. That's just my
Mm-hmm.
opinion.
I agree too. Bro. I don't think. Yeah, I agree also too. I agree with that too. So, but the problem is the match going fans. All of them have Shokomilo in their head. So we have a lot of convincing to do for them for it to work out well. So we're gonna convince them. A lot of convincing to do. But like I said, it depends. We're gonna see what Todd and the other guys gonna come in with in terms of the development. But I think moving away is gonna be the best part. The best, and they have to change the name. Stanford, they have to move away. Get a new name. That's it. A new name. Whether call it the Alliance, depending on the jersey, the new sponsorship. Is it gonna be Alliance? I don't know. So it depends. It depends. We'll see. Quick take. Let me come to AK on this. AK, Harvey Barnes to Newcastle. Give me your take.
I'll be honest. I don't really rate Harvey Barnes that highly.
Mm.
I think he's a good mid-table player. He has some pace. He has some good dribbling, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't really look at him and look at Newcastle, look at him moving there and say that left side worries me. It's better than Island St. Maximin, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but considering that they put in a bid for Kavicha,
Mm-hmm.
and I said 82 million for Kavicha, this is a massive downgrade from that. And yes, he's an okay player, but I mean, he doesn't really elevate Newcastle to a Champions League level team, to be honest. So I don't really look at a move and say it's something big.
For me, because I like Kvaratskhelia so well, and I don't think Napoli is gonna sell for 85 million. If you're gonna scale Kvaratskhelia right now, because he just on a new 5 years contract, you are spending close to 120, 150 for him to be for you to even tempt Napoli to sell. Is one of it was MVP last season. 85 million isn't gonna sell Kvaratskhelia. 80 isn't gonna sell Kvaratskhelia. You're gonna spend close to 120, 150 to even persuade the Laurentiis to sell it. Osimhen is 200 million. That's what the Laurentiis is saying. And Osimhen has 2 years on his contract. So going from Kivisha to Ave Barnes is a little. But what I would say about Ave Barnes is, I think when it comes to end product, I think he's a better, for me, better player when it comes to end product than Alexa Maxima. But as a player, like I always say, end product is very, very important and pivotal, which Sir Maxima doesn't have at all. Sir Maxima can score one goal in 50 something appearance. That's not good enough. Yeah, you can dribble, you can do so many flicks, you can dribble. I love that. You can call chaos. I love that. But if you're dribbling and you have no end product, how do you move forward? There's no way forward. There is no way forward. So it's a little bit complicated because Abibas is a good player, but can he be the difference maker for Newcastle? That's a big stretch. Because they have Sandro Tonali now with Bruno Guimaraes and everything that midfield. That's a very dynamic midfield you don't want to play against. Because those two can keep the ball. They can dictate the play, they can possess the ball. So you're bringing in Avi Barnes, maybe you're bringing in trickery, you're bringing in goal scoring, you're also bringing in assist, yeah, which is good. But you also need sometimes you also need a difference maker. Almiron is a difference maker on that right wing because you know very well one-on-one with Almiron, you're in trouble. So if you're gonna bring in Avi Barnes, I'm guessing Avi Barnes will probably be like maybe an impact, maybe someone you can bring in on the left wing to cause carry. I don't think he's a player like say Maxima, but when it comes to decision making and end product, I'll give it to Avi Barnes. He is a better player than Alex and Maximan when it comes to that aspect. I'll give him that because he is a very good player. Do I rate him? Maybe I would say average at best. Average at best. But I think he's a better player than Saint Maximan. That's for sure. He's a damn better player than Saint Maximan. I'll give you that. Steven, Avi Barnes.
Good signing for Newcastle, man. I like him, man. Yeah, I think it's a good signing. Yeah, and I think he is better than Maximin too.
Do you take Saint Maximan ahead of him or you take him ahead of Saint
I'll
Maximan?
take Harvey Barnes over him, yeah.
Yeah, because people are saying they are talking about the dribbling about this. Yeah, I know the dribbling about this, but
I
Saint
like
Maximan.
Maximin, but he's a bit injury prone, man.
Mm.
He can never stay fit. That was his problem before Newcastle.
Yeah, and also his end product is somehow
Yeah.
his end product
I
is a
think he's
little
going
bit.
Saudi, innit?
Ooh. Yeah, he's going to
That's
Saudi. Yeah, he's going to Saudi. Yeah, Al Ali.
Yeah, I think it's a great signing for Newcastle, man.
Fair enough.
What do you
Hey,
think their front three will be?
so what?
What do you think Newcastle's front three will be?
It depends on the year because they're in Champions League now. So I think you want to rotate more because of the UCL. You want to rotate more in the squad, like Wilson, Alexander Nizak who play central forward. So I'm guessing if Wilson is starting the match, it can be Avi Barnes and then what's called Almiron at the right wing, Avi Barnes on the left wing, then in the middle, it can be Sandro Tonali and then Bruno Guimaraes. So one can sit, one can go forward, maybe like a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 of
Yeah.
4-3-3 of Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, or this Arsenal guy. What's his name? Willock or this Brazilian. What's the name of this Brazilian that we're the number 7 for them? What's his name? Um,
Joel Linton.
Joel Linton, yes. So it can be those front three: Joel Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, and Sandro Tonali. Those three of them, those are technical bowlers in that midfield. And you can have a front three of Harvey Barnes, maybe Callum Wilson as a centre forward, and then on the right wing it can be Miguel Amiron. And that could work. Those are the front three that will cause a little damage in the Premier League.
But let's be honest, is that a UCL quality front three? Like, We're talking Miguel Almiron starting in 2022 in the Champions League. Is that doesn't look like that's not a UCL winning. That's not like a UCL quality front three to me.
I know, but the problem is, apart from Amen, who did they get? Murphy, who I don't even rate. That guy is trash. I don't even
Like
rate him.
Isak is good,
But Isaac
but
cannot play on the right.
yeah, Isak as a striker. But I'll be honest, Newcastle's attacking signings
Mm-hmm.
they haven't been good. Like Harvey Barnes, he's a good player, but he's not a needle mover. Same
Mm-hmm.
with Anthony Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
He's young, but he doesn't have end product.
Yeah.
Isak's the only like good signing in that attacking position.
I think they are good when it comes to midfield. Almiron, Bruno Guimaraes, Tonali, and Joao Linton. I love those midfield, but the attack is a little bit sketchy for me. I'm good with Wilson and Alexander Isak. I think Avi Barnes can still be manageable for me though. It can still be manageable, but for that right wing, I think they need a better quality in that right wing for me. For me though, they need a better quality when it comes to the right winger. Yes, but on his own is good. On his own, on is good. On his day, is a good player. So I can't take that away from Miguel Amiron. He's a very technical player. So who did they have after Amiron? It's Murphy. Do I rate that? That guy is trash. That Murphy guy is class A, class B. Trash. I don't even rate him. So if you're gonna move away from Miguel Amiron to Murphy, Lord have mercy. Lord, but for me, I like Amiron. Amiron is a quality player. He's a quality player. So who are they gonna spend money on? Bring in a right wing. What are they gonna buy? You're gonna spend close to 80, 90 million to bring a quality player. That's it. They are tabling 85 for Kivisha. It's not gonna leave Napoli for 85 million. Never. You're not selling that guy for 85. So their best bet is going for Harvey Barnes, who is a Premier League proven. So I understand what Newcastle are doing, going from a Premier League proven player, which is not bad. Harvey Barnes is a very good. See, on Harvey Barnes day, it can cause problem. Very good player. It can cause you problem. So you see, okay, Harvey Barnes to Newcastle. What impact can he make in terms of Newcastle?
I think he's an average player. I don't think it's not a signing that you look at and get excited.
Mm-hmm.
He's an average player, so I don't think it's gonna make them any better. I think Sandro Tonali was a better signing, but I don't know. I think they are that front three. That's where they had the problem. They almost fell off the top four race last season
Mm-hmm.
because the front three were not producing a lot of goals.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have the same problem, except they sign one really good quality winger or this Avin. But I don't think Avivas is gonna do more than what he's already done at Leicester.
I think for me, I would take him ahead of St. Maximin when it
I
comes
mean,
to
Sam Maximan is a showman. Like that's what he does all these tricks,
mm-hmm.
flicks. He
Mm-hmm.
wants to entertain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that kind of a guy that he's
Mm-hmm.
not after scoring all those goals or assists. He just want to dribble, entertain, do all these flicks. I mean, 15, 20 years ago, that it would have been probably a star, but right now, nobody really cares about all this flicks, showmanship. All we care about is your GA.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at Avi Barnes
If
G,
you're
it's
scoring
not bad.
one goal in
Okay, Avi Barnes G is not that bad. When you look at his G, it's not that bad now. It's not that bad.
I mean, like I said, is better than what they currently have, but
Mm-hmm.
I still think they still need like one good quality winger
Yeah, I
that's
agree.
like
In their striking
elevates
position, I think they
them
are good.
to compete
Wilson
further
and
in the
Isiak.
Champions League.
Wilson and
Because
Isiak for
I
me.
don't think they'll make top four next season. I don't think they'll make top four next season.
It's gonna be top 5 next season. It's gonna be top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are going to the UCL. 5
Yeah,
to
I don't
Division.
think they'll make top five.
I wouldn't say that. It's possible they could. It's possible.
I don't think they'll make top five.
It is possible.
Except they sign one more.
They will sign players.
One
They'll
more.
sign one more. I have that feeling they will sign one more. They will.
I mean, if they do sign one more player, then they are on their way to I think they will lock the 5th spot in. But if they don't sign, it's probably gonna be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
probably gonna be
Yeah,
difficult.
because if you because this is the problem and the issue the fan base are saying now. They are looking at Maximan and Avi Barnes. In terms of end product, Avi Barnes produce more than say Maximan when it comes to end product. So I know say Maximan has this trick, showboat and everything. Yes, I know. But when you look at it, if you look at the statistics and I hate using statistics, but the football right now, people deal with statistics. When you look at it now, Avi Barnes give more in terms of end product than Alex and Maximan. So if Eddie Howe is going for Aviban, there's something in Aviban that he wants. Because they already table the bid for Kivaskelia, Kwaraskelia Kivisha, 85 million. Napoli is not selling for 85. I'll be shocked if they do. So if you're gonna buy Kivaskelia, you have to put up to like 120, 140 to buy him out of Napoli. That's the amount of money for even Napoli to even consider selling. You can't buy Kivisha for 85. It's not possible. It is not. But because they are in UCL now, they will need a lot of square depth. It's very important. They need a lot of square depth because of the UCL they are. Because majority of the players going to get injured. Some of them is going to be the first time of them playing UCL. They may look a little bit above their level because it's their first time, and depending on the group they are. So it depends. But we'll see though. We'll see. We'll see though. So okay, any last comment before we move on in terms of Avi Barnes?
I also think like if they want, I think Almiron's good, but I think they should upgrade on him. I
Mm-hmm.
think look at the deal that Aston Villa are doing for Diaby. I think
Yeah,
Newcastle should be all over that deal
yeah.
because he would be a quality left winger who's done it at Champions League level,
Mm-hmm.
who they can get, and he's also pretty young, so he can still
Yeah,
develop his game.
yeah.
Someone like him should be the next signing, I
Mm-hmm.
think.
But the issue is if you are gonna bring in a right wing, you're gonna spend close to 80, 85, 90. On top of my head,
I think Diaby's like 35. That's what Villa bid for him. So
mm-hmm.
if he's 35, 40, Newcastle should be all over that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at where's the quality right winger right now in right now, eh? Because you have to spend a lot of money when you come to quality right winger. You got to spend a lot of money. You spent 80 million in Sandro Tonali. Right winger right now, off my head, I can think to. Yeah, you mentioned Diaby, who I like, yes. And who is another person that is better on the right wing right now?
I mean, Man City are going for Rafinha. I can see Newcastle getting involved in that.
So Man City are
I,
going for Rafinha.
I think Newcastle should go for this guy Mares. I'm surprised that everybody are just sleeping on Mares.
Maris is going to Saudi Arabia, so there's
I
nothing.
think they
Yeah.
should Newcastle should swoop in on that guy. I'm telling you, there is like very few wingers that I see that's better than
Mhm.
that guy. Like
Yeah,
And
he's a
his
quality
first
player.
touch is just ridiculous, man.
he doesn't
Mm-hmm.
rely on pace either, so
Yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised he's going to Saudi Arabia this
Okay,
early.
so Man City are going for Rafinha, right?
I've
Yeah,
read reports that
there's a group. I don't think match they should get Rafinha. That guy sucks.
I like Rafinha. I think Rafinha's kind of overhated in my opinion. He got 20 over 20 GA this season for Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like the Dembele is better than Rafinha at Barcelona. Usman
Mm-hmm.
Dembele is a better footballer than Rafinha, but Rafinha still contributes. He's still a good right winger. He still has, he's not a great dribbler, but he's a good crosser of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I think Pep, if he gets his hands on Rafinha, he can create something with him.
But the problem, apart from those two, who is the better right winger right now in the market? Because Newcastle need to look if they want to improve on Miguel Amiron, they have to look at okay, if we want to improve on Amiron, who do we buy that's gonna be better than Amiron? Who?
If neither of those two work, you have to actually I think you have to go into different leagues and actually see the options. I think Nico Williams at Bilbao, good
Mm-hmm.
option, and I think what's his name? Yeah, I think Nico Williams is one that off the top of my head, but
Mm-hmm.
ultimately you have to. That's why clubs have scouts. They can go into these other leagues and actually find a
Mm-hmm.
diamond in the rough. And I think as much as right wingers, left-footed right wingers are getting a bit obsolete, I
Hmm.
think there are still left-footed right wingers on the market. Like, oh, Chelsea are going for Cherky, right?
Yeah, Cherky, yeah.
Cherky could fit on the right wing for Newcastle.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, there are options. I think that they can upgrade on Almiron.
But because Amiron is 28, so he's an experienced player, so he's been in the Premier League already. So yes, is he a quality Champions League player? No, but he's an experience. He's experienced in playing in Premier League. So because of the experience, I believe it's about Amiron on his day. He is good. He's a good player. Amiron is a good player.
He's a good player, but I feel like he's limited. You
I
know?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. He is limited. That's what I'm saying. If you want to improve on Amiron, you gotta go into the market and spend close to 90 million to buy quality right winger. On top of my head right now, yes, Dembele, Barcelona is not Dembele. Rafinha, possibly, maybe not. You gotta spend close to 80 million. So you talk about Musa Diaby, who is going to Aston Villa. So where's against on the left wing? Maybe by Leverkusen, this guy Florian Wirtz, but Florian Wirtz is more of a number 10, not even a not a right winger. So on top of my head, what are they gonna go for? I don't have it on my head. So
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be better off having Naomi on. Maybe they're gonna be
Mhm.
changing him together with Murphy. It's better to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
till maybe if they can go far in the UCL, maybe finish also in the Champions League. Also, maybe like if they can finish in the Champions League, maybe if they falter in the group stage, they can come back to the Europa League and win the Europa League, go back to the UCL. So it depends. It also
Mm.
depends on what is the expectation, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends on what is the expectation, but like I said, it's good to also upgrade on the right winger. So on this market right now, the level of the wingers we're having right now is very low because there are no so much winger like in the market unlike before. So it depends though. Like I said, it depends on what they want to do. But we'll see. We'll see though. So let me read the chat. People are going still and relax, vote for your fate. Okay, League Two. So Alex said League Two to League One to Championship. So if they go to League One, are they in Championship or they have to go to League One before Championship?
It's League One then Championship, right?
So they are gonna be in League Two now. So from League Two to League One, and from League One to Championship.
Yeah.
So they still have a long way to go. Good evening to you, Chioma. Hello, hello. So SSB Sabla, are you in America right now? Yeah, I'm in America. I enjoyed the match. I didn't care if it was against a league team, league two team. We'll talk about the game. The stadium should be accessible to the fan. Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, Toronto is almost 23. It's almost 11 o'clock. Yeah, go. Chairman, you need to sleep, but you can always listen to us though. Maybe using your headphone or putting it on your TV and listening to us. It's good. Thought on those jersey, Lord. Look look good to me though. SSB said Barnes doesn't change anything. But when it comes to end product, he's a very good player than Alex and Massiman in end product. So he said, where does Gordon play? Maybe he's gonna play in the. You can rotate Gordon with Joe Linton in the midfield. It depends. Now this ball down to me. Why did I buy Gordon? Why? You're gonna spend 45 million on Gordon? It depends on what the customer wants to do. Amiron is made. I wouldn't call him made. That's a big step, but I won't call him made. Newcastle need quality in there. Yeah, they need quality in depth. I agree. Say Maxima bring chaos and unpredictable, causing defenders problem. I agree. Roman Abramovich, Angelo, and Casade are ballers. Very promising. We're gonna talk about them. Don't worry. Say Maxima has twin daughters. He's gonna get the bag for his kid. Oh, okay. He has a twin. Oh, okay. And not bad going to Saudi Arabia. Also, Vivel became the sporting director of Bayern Munich today. He dodged a bullet not coming to Chelsea. I always felt Vivel will work well with Tuchel. Chelsea will never know. It's not. Is it Vivel? No, it's not Vivel. I think I'm talking about the Bayern Leverkusen sporting director. It's not Vivel. Vivel is with Chelsea. Christopher Vivel is with Chelsea. Vote for your feet. He's with Chelsea. Vivel is in with them. It's not with Bayern Munich. Mustafa Vivel is with Chelsea. I don't know. I think you're talking about the Bayern Leverkusen sporting director. I don't think it's Vivel. So quick, AK Josko Gvariol. How do you rate this guy? Man City have finally paid the money. I'll be like big 100 million for him. What do you think of Josko Gvariol?
I mean, it may be a bit of an overpayment, but let's
Mm-hmm.
be honest, he is one of the best young defenders in the world. He
Mm-hmm.
will be Man City's defensive linchpin for the next 10, maybe even 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he can do the defensive stuff well, like the tackling, the positioning, like all of that well. He can bring the ball out of defense. He can pass. I think he can do that midfield role that John Stones does well. I think he can do the the left back role that Ake does well.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a versatile player, and I think as and with all of that, he still has stuff to improve. You know,
Yeah.
he has such a high ceiling that maybe sometimes he's a bit rash in his tackling.
Mm-hmm.
He, commits a bit too much. I think that could be improved under Pep.
He's
But
young though. He's young.
yeah, but if you look at the raw tools, the power, the aggression, but also the ball playing,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he, it's worth it because he will be Man City's defensive linchpin for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So because people are always saying what is Vadio saying? What is Vadio saying? Vadio is a very good player. He's a very good defender. But people might also say it's Man City overpaying for Vadio. For me, you gotta overpay for a player you need though, because you need the kind of player in your team. So if it is for you to overpay for the kind of player, you gotta overpay for him to get the player. And because of the way the market is right now, some player doesn't worth the amount of money you are paying for them, but you gotta pay the money. That's the level. That's the level of the market right now. Some of the players doesn't worth the amount of money being paid to them in terms of the transfer fee being quoted out. But the club cannot do anything because the market is inflated already. It's a crazy market. So what else do you want to do? You gotta pay the money. When it comes to Discovery, it's a very good defender. Very good. Now he's going with Pep, who milder than ever. Pep can improve. We've seen how many players Pep can improve. Imagine him coming to the team with John Stones and Ruben Diaz alongside with him. So it's difficult right now because to channel Man City because they are going for proven technical ballers from the midfield to the attack to the defense. Those are ballers, and you're bringing in Josko Vadio. That's a gem. That's a gem of a player. So nothing more to say. Does he worth the 100 million? No. But because of the inflated market, what more can you say? Nothing. Nothing. Okay, just Gvariol.
Like I said, I think this is the signing of the summer. In my opinion, this is probably the best signing. This
Wow.
guy, I think Man City are actually robbing. What's the name of the team is coming from? I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a good deal, man.
I'll be like,
Especially if you see what Chelsea paid for Fafana.
mm,
This is a good deal. Watching this guy at the World Cup, it was like one if not the best defender, one of the best defender that played the last World Cup, and
mm-hmm.
like every aspect of his game, he looks assured. Like
Mm-hmm.
playing out of the back, very comfortable on the ball, knows how to read the game, doesn't. He's really good aerially. He's a top defender. Top defender.
But the
So
problem is, people are saying, does he worth the money? But the problem is the
this
market
is a
right.
this is a steal. This is a steal. There's nothing like is it worth the money? This is a steal. This is a bad game. I don't think the money is. Do you see how much Chelsea paid for Fofana?
I
With
say,
his with
value
his
is like 100 million. So you are paying 100
yeah
million to get
How
Gvariol.
yeah.
how much
Fofana
would
was like 80 or 90 million.
Yeah, how much would
Yeah,
Saliba cost? If you wanted Saliba out of Arsenal, how much would he cost?
Close to
so you can't
80, 90. You're gonna cost
you
80,
can't.
90
Yeah, I
percent.
mean, if you want Saliba out of Arsenal, you probably, but you can't compare Saliba to Gvariol, man.
Exactly, because you're gonna for Saliba, you're gonna
Sorry,
pay close to 90
this
million
this
for
guy's
Arsenal
way
players.
better than Saliba.
Yeah, and if you're saying 90 for Saliba, then 100 is a fair price for him.
Wait, that's what I'm saying. This is a bargain. I don't think it's even. I don't even think the price is even a question. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think anybody should be talking about the price. This guy is like top class player, like
And
top
he's going to
class.
Man
Not
City
even.
with the manager of Pep Guardiola's ink. Lord have mercy.
I think Man City has the best like center back. What's it called? Selection in the world. I think. Allow this guy. Diaz,
Ruben Diaz, John Stones,
Gavio,
Gaviola,
Stones, and what's the name of this? The Nigerian name guy,
Akonji.
Akonji. Yeah,
Mm.
those four, you cannot go wrong with any of them. So I think they have the best. I don't think any team come close to that. So
Yeah, but
so
the
it's gonna be
problem
exciting.
the problem you're gonna be having as a fan base is you can't compare to Man City because now they have a player like Gavio and the manager like Pep holding up to Gavio. You're not gonna improve Gavio though. You're not gonna improve him. It's gonna make him a very worthy. It's gonna make him a superstar. We're like, wow, Lord have mercy. And we know Pep. Pep can improve player, whether you like Pep or not. Whether you are Pep in or Pep out. Pep knows how to improve player.
I mean, when this guy came to Akonji came to Man City, I didn't really think it was like top notch. But what he did last season, you can just see like the improvement in his game.
Mhm. I agree because it's Pep, so Pep will really know how to improve player though. So yeah, you see. But Guardiola is a very when it comes to defender upcoming young, damn. I like Guardiola. I like Guardiola. Very good player. And Man City are getting a whole lot of player in terms of him, bringing in with Ruben Diaz and John Stones. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with Man City signing and everything. So we'll see. We'll see the but Badio, having Badio in the team with Pep Guardiola, Lord have mercy. Just say bye bye to the EPL man. We have to find a team that can challenge Pep when it comes to the Premier League, man. We gotta find a team that can challenge them, man. It's gonna be freaking scary. It's gonna be scary for
No,
you.
the only problem with City right now is that they are losing. We are losing a lot of players. We're losing Mahrez. We lost Gundogan. Then they will probably lose. There are talks about losing Bernardo Silva too. Like, if those three leave the team, that's a huge crack in the wall.
Yeah,
And
but
there's not a lot of wingers on the market right now that I can say, you know what, this guy is really good. This guy can come in and actually replace someone like Mahrez
but
or
the
something.
problem is you can there's folding, there's a lot of players who can play in those positions, so it's not that
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, as you can see, with all those folding and all, they haven't. I mean, I think Pep will probably have to go to like two striker, like have this guy Alvarez and Haaland strike and just stock the midfield. I know Pep is coming up with a plan. I know he's coming up.
Yeah, it's gonna have a
He's
plan. It's
cooking.
Pep,
He's
so
cooking something up. He's cooking something up. He's cooking
Pep is a
something up.
madman when it
I,
comes to coding. When it comes to possession,
I trust my coach. I trust my coach.
relax, it's also coach.
I trust my
You snitch on us and you run away. There is God.
coach.
There is
I
God.
trust my coach.
So okay, your last take on about your like how do you see him improving Manchester City?
I mean, defensively, of course, he will improve them. I think on the ball, though, you might see him like I've seen him get into like left wing positions on the ball. Like
Mm.
he's a very good dribbler. He's a very good 1v1 dribbler. He can pass well. He can go into midfield like Stones did. He can probably play as a left back. I think he's better in that left back role because one of the few very minor problem with Nathan Ake is that when Grealish was on that left hand side, couldn't give him as much, support as
Okay.
maybe he wanted to.
Hmm.
Gvariol can give Grealish more support because attacking wise, he's actually very good at carrying the ball.
Hmm.
So maybe we'll see what Pep does with him. But he has a range of skills, and
Hmm.
it's up to the Manchester City how they use him.
Yeah, I can see him play more as I can see him playing as a left back and also as a central back because it depends on how you want to play. Because sometimes Pep is mad when it comes to the way he's positioning his player. So it's a little bit dicey because sometimes Pep, the way he position his player, sometimes a little bit very scary and sometimes we call it abnormal. But he knows what he's doing. It's Pep Guardiola, so he knows what he's doing. So Valdio, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Child. Now let's talk on the big one. The big one. I have a lot of things to say. And this is the first match. And blah 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 blah. People are gonna it's the first match. Relax. I have a lot to say. Like I said, I was the first half and I was the second half. I'm not as impressed as I was in the first half because maybe in the first half we didn't see much what we wanted to see, but I wasn't much impressed like what I was impressed in the first half. A lot of players impressed me in the first half where I'm like, I need to see more of them, like Casade, I am Maxine, Nicola Jackson, Malu Gusto. Majority of them I need to see them more. But there is one guy that stood out for me. Out of those names, there is one guy that I'm very. I was very impressed with. His composure, everything about him. Bashir Humphrey. That guy that plays central back beside Trevor Chalobah. That guy is going somewhere. Bashir Humphreys, he is going somewhere. That guy looked very composed on the ball. Confidence, composed, pass on the back, aggressive. So he looked very coordinate and very orderly at the back. Very good player. He can play from the he can use his left foot to play. He can also use his right foot to play. Very coordinated. So yes, I know Fafana is that we are looking into getting Maguire. We don't need to start spending money on Maguire. We can also bring in Humphrey into the fold. Bring him into the fold. If Fafana is not ready, bring Bashir Humphrey. Let him play. Give that guy a chance because yes, we can talk about Casade and Co. But that guy for me looked very good. It's someone I was like, I love what this guy is doing. I'm impressed with this guy, man. Bashir Humphrey is kind of very impressive to me. I love what I saw from Bashir Humphrey. So I'm like, okay, I need to see more of him. Maybe because it's rest, I need to see when he plays against Brighton, Newcastle, do something that's gonna eye pressing. Because for me, it looked very coordinative and when it comes to passing from the back, very good at passing the ball from the back. So I'm like, I need to see more of him, but I am very impressed with most of the player like Casade, like Santos also needs to also improve. It's his first game. I need to see more of Santos. Casade also too. I'm impressed with Casade too. That Morera guy, that guy that plays on the right wing in the first half, need to go and be playing for Nasarawa United or Yimba FC in Nigeria Professional League. That guy is average. That guy is bang average. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Pochettino had a lot of work to do. That guy needs to be shipped. He needs to be inducted. Maybe you can use FedEx, you can use eBay, whatever you want to do. Just eBay him out of the squad, man. I know people might say he's 18. Marcin, Casade, Santos, Angelo, all of them are 18. So if you're 18, I expect you to use your brain. But it's the first game it's the first game of the preseason. Maybe if they play together more, they will gel. I'm also very impressed with Nicola Jackson. I'm impressed with what I saw for Jackson. I would love to see more of him, but I'm impressed with what I saw. Yeah, overall, it's a very good game, and I want to see more of the play. Now they're gonna be playing a quality side, a Premier League quality side in Brighton, follow up by Newcastle, then Fulham, then to round it up with Dortmund and prepare for Liverpool. Yeah, I'm impressed with what I saw. Yeah, it might be a League 2, League 3 side, but I'm impressed. Especially the first half, there is a pattern to the, especially on that portal when we are complaining, we can't see a pattern of play and everything. There is a pattern right now, which we need. There's a lot of stuff we need to improve more on, but there is a pattern, and we can actually see the pattern of the game where I want the team to play. I also want to see more of Connie Chukwuemeka. I need to see more. He needs to Connie needs to imposing himself on the game a lot. I don't like it's not that it's not imposing himself on the game a lot. He needs to impose himself on the game a lot, which is very pivotal. But it's the first game of the pre-season. We can always gonna see more of them in terms of them playing together as a team. But it's the first season, first new manager, new players in gelling, having more chemistry. So I'm not gonna blame too much on them, but I'm impressed. Martin, Casade, Santos, Bashir Humphrey, even Trevor Chalobah played very well. So I'm impressed with overall them. I'm impressed. So okay, watching the match now, who impressed you most in terms of the players? Maybe people might say Casade, Martin, but who impressed you most?
Yeah, I think I was most impressed by Matson.
Mm-hmm.
I think his finishing is quite good for a fullback. You know, he's able to, you
And he
know,
was the MVP for Burnley last season though.
yeah, he was very good for Burnley last season, and
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was good as a left winger today. I think he was getting into good goal scoring areas. I also agree that Santos and Casade were good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing with Moreira is we can compare him to 18-year-olds, but you have to remember Moreira hasn't played a professional game.
Yeah.
All of his like highlights are from the youth league,
Yeah.
so he still needs to get like get used to professional football and have professional defenders because they're not going to be as lightweight as they were in the youth leagues. So maybe he might need like a loan or like time with like the Chelsea reserves. I
Yeah.
thought Angelo, the Brazilian, was very good today. He surprised me. I think
Yeah.
he was very creative.
The guy they bought from Santos, yeah.
Yeah, you're very creative, dribbled well, had some good balls into the box. And I agree that Humphreys was good in terms of passing out from the back. I do want to see him in front of a high press though, because
Mm.
it's all good passing out from the back when there's no one on you, because you can pick a pass when there's no one on you. Can you do it when you're under pressure? And that's what separates people like, Badia Shield and Colwell from Humphreys.
Mm.
We have to see how he does under pressure.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Because Wesley Fafana is out now, maybe 6 months or 7 months is out of the after the season. So I don't want us to spend too much money because let's try out someone like Bashir Humphrey to see if it's good enough to play in the Premier. If he doesn't want to play in Premier League, you can play him in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup. Those are matches where you can try him in and see. He needs to be given chances because I don't think he's gonna start some of the Premier League matches, but give him chances maybe in the FA Cup, in the Carabao Cup, maybe. Then you can try him out in that aspect. Like what you said, I like what you said in terms of eye pressing. Yes, I need to see more of him. But I love what I see in Humphrey in terms of he knows when to pass out, very aggressive. And yes, League Two, I want to see Brighton, who's going to press you high. Newcastle, they're going to press you high. Fulham, they're going to come out to play. So let me see Bashir Humphrey play against those teams and actually have a judgment on them. Because those teams are high pressing teams. They will press you. So can he maneuver himself out of the pressing system and just kind of ball out? We'll see. But like what you said, I need to see more in terms of team that presses high up the pitch and how you can improve this game. We'll see. Okay, give me your take on the preseason match and everything. You impressed me most. You can say Martin, but give me your overall thing.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have like a different take. I wasn't impressed with Humphreys. I think they did okay. I don't think there was enough pressure on them for them to be. I don't think those are like my standout guys. I don't think Humphreys or I think Chalobah did okay. Like he won most of his area balls, so you can what's it called criticize Chalobah. I don't think Humphreys was one of the standout guys. I think the standout guy for me will probably be Casadei and the Angelo kid. Those I don't like those two kids cannot go on loan. For me, Chukwuemeka should. I think They should send him to the branch office, send him to Strasbourg, send him over there. Like next flight, send him to Strasbourg. There's not he does. I don't know how Chelsea. I don't know what they are seeing in that guy that they feel it's gonna be a star. I don't see anything in him. He's had chances and chances and chances. Just you have to impose yourself. I saw more of Kasede and saw more of these little kids while you've been in the team for the past. I don't even know how long he's been in the team now. So like I want to see more from him, but I don't think he's gonna cut it. I think he should just loan him. Um, this guy too, Madsen for a fallback. So I was a little, I was very impressed with his finishing.
He was the
It's
man
like
of the. He was the player of the season for Burnley last season, though. For previous
yeah,
season.
like I, I'm definitely keeping him. Um, Cucurella was okay. Like I don't see Cucurella as a fallback in my opinion. I don't even know what he's good at. Those are one of the signings Chelsea make that doesn't make sense. Sterling too.
Oh
I
my
don't
God. Raheem
I don't
Sterling needs
I
to be
don't
shipped
see
to Saudi Arabian League.
like
Lord, oh my,
God like
oh
I don't
my
know
God.
I don't
We spent 40 million on Sterling. That guy need to be playing for Al Ahly or Al Hilal, whatever Al Ittihad inside. Oh my. Todd Bowley, you
like
need to cash in on
how
Raheem. You need to
how
cash in on him,
like
man.
that Cucurella and Sterling. I don't even know like I don't know even know what the club has seen from the why they actually bought those guys. I don't.
Mhm.
Those guys are trash. So, who else? Who else? Who else? The
Gusto.
Angelo guy. The Angelo guy. You have to keep that guy. Angelo, Casede, those guys. You have to keep them. You know,
Mhm.
they need to be around the first team. This guy can go. The Santos kid with
Mhm.
the Brazilian Santos kid. I
Mhm.
think just he needs more experience.
I agree.
He's all hype. I don't think he's anything special for now. He needs to
Mhm.
learn the game. Just ship him out to branch office. He can go to Strasbourg too. Where else? Where else? Where else? Where else played?
Nicola Jackson.
Um, Jackson looks good. It looks good. It looks like a good striker. Looks decent. I think he can cut it at the for the. It might be like the surprise signing, the surprise
Mhm.
signing. I actually rate him.
Mhm.
Nkunku, I see Nkunku.
He didn't have
Uh,
more of it. I don't know why he didn't get more of a touch. I don't know why the players are not finding him.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the way the Chelsea midfield is currently built right now, I don't. A lot of strikers are gonna suffer. So,
Yeah.
so I'm I'm,
Even
I'm, I'm
Jackson
I'm
was
not
even coming from the
surprised.
midfield to get the ball. Like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah, I'm not surprised if a lot of strikers are gonna suffer playing for Chelsea. So I'm not surprised at all. I think um Nkunku did good. Gallagher came on, he did his stuff, run
one of them
around.
needs to be shipped out, man. One of
Yeah,
them needs to be
but
shipped out.
yeah, so some of those guys needs to be. I mean, this guy Malo Gusto, I don't know, man. He looks
Mm.
sus, but I think he's a good backup. But I don't think he's a first team player. He looks sus, but let's see.
Because it's the
But
first match. So,
I think I've talked about every single one of them. I don't think I missed anyone.
We're missing a very important one.
ooh,
Ben Chilwell.
oh my God. Benchman needs to
Uh,
be on the bench.
He should be sold. He's so bad.
Okay, Ben Chilwell, Cucurella, Sterling. I'm giving you guys this one season. Next season, if you
I,
guys still doesn't ball out, Saudi Arabia,
Eh,
please. I have a phone.
my
I'm
thing is
calling
my
Al
thing with
Ittihad.
my thing with Chilwell is I think the second half this guy tried playing this 3-3-3
Three,
formation.
three, 3 years.
I think it kind of like excuse my French, for the whole team's what they got going on in the first half. It kind of like mess it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I'll still give Chilwell time.
Me
I'll
too.
give him time, but someone like Sterling, you can see he doesn't have anything to offer. Like, let's be
Mhm.
serious, man. Like Sterling doesn't. He's done. Cucurella, I can see like going forward, he doesn't offer anything. But Chilwell, I'll still give him like the benefit of the doubt. No, it's scored too, so I'm not gonna be too harsh on him. So yeah, I'm not gonna go all in on Chilwell. So, but Sterling and Cucurella, I'm very disappointed in them. So
Yeah. What of the goalkeeper?
yeah, I mean he barely had anything to do. I think set piece Chelsea looks sus, but other than that, yeah.
Okay, your take. Apart from the guys you've talked about, who also impress you more?
Mm, I think we went through all of them, didn't we? I actually disagree with Kay. I think Gusto was actually pretty good. I thought Santos was good today, and I thought Jackson did well,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, I don't see it with Raheem Sterling anymore. I think Raheem Sterling, you need to service him so much with chances that you have to accept that he's gonna miss a lot of them. But if you give him 10 chances, he'll miss five and score five.
Oh my God.
Like that's what you have to be with Raheem Sterling. Like he's not a clinical finisher in my opinion. I just see him as a guy who can play, who can, get you goals, but you need to, service him a lot more to get those goals. But I'd much rather start someone like Mudryk or Madueke over Sterling.
So you tell him I need to start praying to God because of him telling now to start scoring goals. Ah, we are finished. Lord have mercy. I need to start praying to God. God, oh, tell him you must not miss. So is that what you are telling me? Because he had a chance to see. There was today that he was pissing me off. He did a 1-2 with Okunku. I was like, pass that ball early. Sterling finished it. I was like, are you smoking with Sterling? You're a professional player. You're 28 years of age. You did the 1-2 in the midfield. Let the ball up to your attacker who is on the run. This guy cannot even pass a simple pass. The basic. Pass a simple through pass. Sterling could not pass a simple through pass.
I mean, I think after that miss against Leon, he's done. He's finished ever since that miss. So I don't really. Sterling for me is he's done. I don't think he has anything that differentiates him at the top level anymore. I think he used to have his movement into goal scoring positions,
Mm-hmm.
but now like he just looks lost on the pitch.
Mm-hmm. We need to sell him. Man. We need to sell him. We need to sell him, man, because Saudi Arabia is calling. We need money. We need money. We need to sell, man. We need to sell. We need to sell, man. Saudi Arabia is calling. There are a lot of clubs. There's Al Ali, Al Ittihad, Al Nassr. A lot of clubs are there. Please, Saudi Arabia, by next season or by January, if Sterling doesn't give me double digit goals and assists, Saudi Arabia, here we go. We need money. Please. We need our bank account needs to be smiling, man. Somebody needs to go. Please. Someone needs to go. So, okay. In terms of the right wing now, who do you start? Madueke and Evangelo still. Do you start Madueke or do you start Angelo? Or what do you see?
You still have to start Madueke because he's more senior. Angelo is 18.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him against Wrexham, but how do you know he's going to perform at the same level against a Premier League side?
Yeah, I agree. But like I always say something, I said when a baller is a baller is always a baller, regardless of the position he's playing against, he's always a baller. Whenever you see, especially South American player, I love South American player a lot because they have this brain and intelligence in them. So yes, Madueke might be senior above him, but if Madueke is not careful enough, Angelo will take that spot from him. For me, if he's not careful enough, Angelo is gonna take that spot. Yes, he's 18, but you can develop him though. You can give him that confidence and say, okay, this is a Premier League match. It's like throw him into the fire and say, go play against Man City, play against Liverpool, play against Palace. Show yourself. Show how good you are. If he's 18 and he's 18, go to the world and tell the world, I am good enough to play against Premier League opposition defender. Announce yourself in the Premier League. It's very simple. Announce yourself. Announce yourself. and it's with the manager who can develop him. So I'm not that worried though.
Yes, I think maybe, but you need to see how he does against Premier League defenses because
Hmm.
here's the thing. We say to announce himself, one game he struggles, that's his confidence gone because he's only 18.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
have to you have to give him you have to start by giving him like 10-minute cameos in the Prem, see how he
Hmm.
does,
Hmm.
and then slowly but surely improve his game time to a point
Hmm.
where he can start week in, week out.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. What of Casade? What impressed me more about Casade? Because his width of pass is just that guy when it comes to a DM, man. I love what I saw from a DM. I love what I saw, man.
I think like Casade always when I looked at him seemed like one of those goal scoring midfielders, you know. It's one
Hmm.
of those guys who like just all he does is get like run into the box and scores goals. But he actually has a lot more of an all around game, like compared to someone like Gallagher, you know?
Hmm.
He has a lot more of an all around game. He can, play in central midfield. He can, keep the tempo of the game going. He has some physical ability, can carry the ball. You talked about Kovacic,
Hmm.
like at Chelsea, you'd carry the ball, but only to make, a poor pass or a poor shot.
Yeah.
Casade, it looks like he can carry the ball. He can do everything that Kovacic can do, but he also has some end product.
Yeah, and I think for me, the way I say Casade is more of a natural DM, not even a number eight though, because it can when it comes about players that can screen the ball, pass, look at this area and pass. He can pass very very well. He can pass the ball, and he's very composed. And when it comes to a DM, but the only thing I don't like in Casade is when he loses the ball, it's very rash. Which yes, it's a team. He can improve on a little bit, which I want Pot to improve on it because as a DM if you are doing that as a DM, you're gonna be getting a lot of card, a lot, a lot of card. Because if he loses the ball, he wants to quickly get the ball back. You foul on a position. That's a yellow card. That's a red card. So something that situation can always improve. Yeah, he's young. Those things can always improve in him because he's a young player. But which can always improve. He can get better with that. He can always improve on that.
Yeah, I think as a DM, I think he still needs to improve in terms of, finding space as a six to, receive the ball in areas. I think sometimes the most important skill as a six is to when you're trying to, receive the ball, you're
Mm-hmm.
receiving the ball in space
In space, yeah.
and it's an easy pass for your center backs
Mm-hmm.
to beat the first line of the pressure. So I think sometimes he's a bit too forward for a six. I think he needs to move a bit backer, move a bit deeper, and try to and work on finding space better at a six. That's
Mm-hmm.
why I see him more as an eight because he seems to like to carry the ball forward and into near the penalty box rather than sitting and you know dictating the play.
Okay, let me put a scenario here. We buy in Caicedo. Do you play Caicedo, and Enzo together, or you drop one of them?
You play a pivot, Enzo Caicedo, and you play number 10.
So you don't play. Then you bring in Caicedo in at the second half if he's
Yeah,
gonna keep him.
you can do that. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think in terms of Caicedo? Do you kind of integrate him into the team little by little, give him this confidence? 15 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, you bring him in, or you want him to get a loan? To have more, because I don't see him getting. I don't think it's a player that can give a loan. It's someone you have to have around the first team. Maybe the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. Let him play those matches a lot. Let him have more minutes when it comes to those matches because from there he will have more experience. He will have more minutes in leg. His confidence is there, so he will be more aware of himself as a player there. And those little mistakes we kind of see in him can improve because now he's playing more and he's playing with the team a lot. So, but in Premier League, you can be bringing him on like maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe something like that to kind of up his confidence. What do you think? Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's too early.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's too early to what's it called to integrate him into the team. I would say give him time. Don't rush him because there's gonna be hella pressure on Chelsea, especially after the season they had last season. I don't think sending him literally into the wolves' mouth will be the best way to go. Just you need to give him time. You need to give him time. I really like the guy. I
Mm-hmm.
I think he was more
Is he
impressive.
more of a number 6 or number 8?
I feel like I'll put him as a number eight simply because he tends to lose the ball too much for a number six. And that
Yes.
number six, once you lose the ball,
Yeah.
it's probably game over at that point. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably have him play number eight for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in front, I mean, and have like more experienced players behind him.
Mm.
So that's what I'll probably do. But other than that, I think he's like a really, really, really good player. I don't see what's it called. I don't see any reason why he should be on loan next season. They should have him play within the squad and
Mm-hmm.
yeah and
Fair
yeah.
enough. Okay. And Angelo, what's his name? Angelo, whatever his name is. How impressive were you with him?
Yeah, I was very impressed with him. I thought, from what I'd read about him, it seemed like he was one of those dribblers who didn't have really good decision making. But today he had good decision making. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he was able to find the correct pass. He was able to make the correct decision on the ball after beating a man. So I was surprised with how good he was, how quickly he was able to acclimatize with Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now the problem now is, does Poch trust him immediately and put him into the team, or does he play Madueke? Because Madueke hasn't even played yet; he's just training. So we're gonna see more of Madueke in maybe Brighton, see him in Newcastle, and even Fulham, or maybe against Borussia Dortmund. So then we'll be able to judge those players more. But I think Noni Madueke should be very careful, because if Angelo can play like this and he can keep improving like this, there is a spot to be taken. Competition is very important in the squad. And if Angelo can just come in, an 18 years old guy can just come in and take a shirt off Noni Madueke, Madueke need to no, he need to be ashamed of himself. If that happens, there is a problem. If that
Yeah,
happens, Lord have mercy.
yeah, he should be the starter. He he that starting position's made for him. Like, who else is gonna compete with him?
Yeah, but the problem is, do you play Madueke or do you play Angelo? Because it depends on what does Poch want in his midfield, in his right wing. Does he want someone that can cut in and shoot, or does he want someone that can just be like, you give him the ball one on one, just pass the ball, or does he want more of a direct right winger? It depends on what he wants.
Yeah, I think Madueke for me is a bit awkward with his style as a player. I think
Mm-hmm,
he needs to be more refined. I
mm-hmm,
think sometimes he looks a bit too raw, a bit too rushed, his movements. I
mm-hmm,
think Angelo looks more refined, like his
mm-hmm.
dribbling looks smoother. But that's just aesthetic things. I think Madueke has shown what he can do in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Angelo hasn't yet done that, so that's the one reason why I'd start Madueke.
Mm-hmm.
Angelo needs to show that he can put this level of performance against a Premier League side.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I always say something: a baller will always be a baller, and especially a South American player. I love South American player for one thing. They have technical ability in them, whether 17, whether 18, whether 19. They know how to play football. That's what I love about South American. When it comes to South American player, I love them because They are from childhood. They already taught them how to play football, so it's in them already. It's in them already.
I
So
mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this guy, he looks very good. Right? He has, but look at how long it takes South American footballers to
Premier League.
adapt in, especially in the Prem, in La Liga. It took Vinicius Junior, for example, 2 years to
3 years. Yeah.
adapt to the Spanish league and actually get to a level where he's putting up world class numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it will take Angelo that long because he's actually had quite a few. He's actually had good amount of experience in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe by next year or the year after, we can see him hit double figures in goals, maybe
And
double
assist.
figures in assists,
Yeah,
that
I
sort of
agree.
numbers.
Mm-hmm. What of Andres Santos? Where do you play him? Do you have it? Do you want to have him around the scope? Because this kind of player is needed when it comes to FA Cup and Carabao Cup for me, though. In Premier League, I'm not sure, but in FA Cup and Carabao Cup, you're gonna need this kind of person, though.
I mean, you can keep him in the bench for the Prem. If you
Mm-hmm.
get Caicedo, then
Mm-hmm.
you can keep him and Casaday on the bench. In
Mm-hmm.
the FA Cup, yeah, you can play him. In the Carabao Cup, you can play him. But is he a six or is he an eight?
I think it's more of a six to me, though.
Yeah, I think on the ball he seems more like a six, but off the ball, I think he's quite aggressive for a six. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't sit. He's rather like he rather wants to win the ball back and forward
Mm-hmm.
and
Because
aggressively
as a
win.
six, you need to be very disciplined.
Yeah, I don't. I think he needs to be more disciplined. I think he's too aggressive off the ball to be a six, but I don't think on the ball he takes enough risk to be an eight.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's quite difficult to see where he fits right now. But
Mm-hmm.
again, he's only 18. We can wait another 1 2 years and see what he develops.
Mm-hmm. Because if you're bringing in Caicedo, Caicedo can play with Enzo. That's what I'm saying. In the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, those players like Caicedo and Santos could play together. Because until the semi-final, quarter-final, you can be seen like Enzo and those guys playing. But towards the third round, the fourth and the fifth round, those guys can play together, can build chemistry. You can bring them on in maybe 20 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. Because Premier League is all about five substitution. So you can have that player around those teams. Let them have the feel around those first team to build the confidence in them. You can't expect them to start immediately. It will take them time. Understand the league, understand what is in there for them to play for Chelsea because we're gonna be playing one match. So we're not gonna play in the UCL, which is good for them, for their development.
Yeah,
Which is
I
good for them.
mean, it's good for I think playing them in the FA Cup will help them. Playing them in the Carabao Cup will help them, but I don't think they should get league minutes as of yet.
Because they are young, right?
Yeah, they're not. They don't have. You know, the only time I'd give an 18-year-old, a 17-year-old league minutes if I think they're truly special.
Mm-hmm.
As good as these players look today, I don't think any of your players are truly special.
No. Mm-mm. Let me get a shot, man. Roman Abramovich said Angelo and Cassidy are baller mate. Very promising. Yeah, they are promising. They are very promising, man.
Oh yeah, by
So,
the way, I'm going to leave now. So
all
yeah,
right.
good
Please,
night, bro.
thank you, thank you, thank you. Vote for office said, I'm sorry, Christopher friend need to say, yeah, I agree. Vivel is still with Chelsea though. Yeah, for 100 million, nah. Roman Abramovich said, sad to see some player laughing at the player when they get injured. Sad to see some player laughing at Fafana 69. It's a little bit 69 million sterling. Relax, it's not 60 million. I think 35 million of 40 though. Gabriel is still in a Messi's back pocket. Relax, relax, relax. Easy on that. Abramovich was responding to Arsenal forever. Casada and Angelo very good. Angelo look a lot like Neymar, to be fair. Not really. Relax. We shouldn't overhype them though. Our fan base goes overboard sometimes. Yeah, great. Can you name five City players in pre 2005? K. That the question is to you. Can you name five City players pre 205? No, I don't think I can name anybody. No, don't Google it. I don't think I can name though. What about Leo Chuk? Leo Chuk for me need a loan man. He need a loan man. He need a loan man. He need a loan. Gabriel Casade balled out. Yeah, they both of them balled out. I'm impressed. Martin balled also too. Yeah. Gusto was good. Yeah, Gusto. Raheem is coming. Ra is coming. Relax. Angelo is not a goal scorer. He's more of a creative player. Yeah. Sterling is good. It wasn't good today. It needs to be sold, man. Say, I need Saudi. Saudi is in May. Saudi money needs to enter me. We need to sell Sterling. We need those cash. See, I need this money. See, guys, I need I need this. Saudi, bring this. We need to sell Sterling, man. I'm tired. Sterling, assist Gallagher, go. Yeah. Should we keep Chief Gallagher? No. If there's money for Gallagher, sell that bomber out of my club. Excuse me. Ben Chilwell is money. What kind of money? I'm gonna sell Ben Chilwell too, but I'm gonna be easy on him. I'll give him this, and if it doesn't perform, he can F off. Keep calm down and sell him, man. Why will you come down and sell him with that experience and money? How can you calm down? Gusto was good. You're right. Okay, yeah. Angelo was good. Madueke should watch out. Yeah, but none need a loan, man. Loan to Blackburn Rovers for 18 months. Vote, relax. We can sell Sterling and buy Olise. Yeah, so give me Michael Olise, man. Is he good off the ball though? Kasade look good on the ball, but off is not good enough. Yeah. Chukwu Emeka and Kasade could swap position for me. Yeah, good. Kasade for Gabriel. Chelsea, Foden, and Rico Lewis. Vote for Face look like Opanka need a loan. Looks like Opanka need a loan. Why? Angelo was also showing good camaraderie today. Yeah. The kid from Benfica, that guy, see, Tayo, that Benfica guy needs to be sold to Eyimba or Nasarawa United. Excuse me? People still need Poch need to convince Cowell to sign. See though. What were you rating for the centre back tonight? Trevor Chalobah, I'll give him 9/10. I'll give Bashir Humphrey, I'll give him 8.5 because I was very impressed with what I saw with Bashir Humphrey today. I'll give Bashir Humphrey 8.5. Manson, I'll give him, it was good. I'll give him, because he played in the midfield. He didn't play in the left back. He played in the midfield. I'll probably give Manson 9.5, but I was impressed with what I saw. You can always do more, but I want him. Cucurella, I'll give him 4/10. Gusto, I'll give Gusto maybe 5.5. But you can still do more, but I'll give him 5. Solid 5.5. That's it. Goalkeeper didn't do too much, so I wouldn't rate him. Casade and Santos. Casade, I'll give Casade 9.5. Santos, I'll give him 7/10. For the wings, that Morera guy, I'll give him -1. That guy is bang average. On the left wing, who played the left wing? Who was on the left wing? Because it was a 4-3-3. What's on the left wing in the first half? I don't even know. Nicola Jackson, I'll give him 9/10. I was impressed. I don't know who's on the left wing. How they care about them? I don't know how they do because I didn't really watch their match. So guys, I appreciate guys for coming on today. Really appreciate you guys. We're gonna be doing more of these preseason matches.
I think actually Ava scored though.
Sorry,
I was driving.
Okay,
who was saying, can I name 5 players from Man City? Is there something
people were like pre 2005. Can you name 5 Man City players without
pre 2005? Anelka, Jean Philippe, Joe Barton, Peter Schmeichel. You want me to keep going?
Class.
You want me to keep going?
So, guys, really appreciate you guys for coming in, guys. We're gonna be doing more of these preseason matches, getting this kind of players, but it's a very good match. Like that, damn, be subscribe, smash the like button, guys. Peace out. God bless. Stay safe. Peace.